Round two.
Round two, baby. Round two.
You're off mute this time?
I'm not on mute. The first take was muted, boys, for everybody who's
It was
watching.
such a it was such an epic take.
It was really a long winded conversation, but we have some. Let's just dive right in, Tim. So we have on the agenda today, we'll have Tim go over the standings and or the results of Lodestone and the pot games. And then I'm going to touch on the website. There's a lot of stuff on there. We went to flights. So I was able to get everyone in flights, and we'll do that going forward. And I'll go over the Godfather qualifiers and just some other things on through the website. So, Tim, if you want to take it from here, that would be wonderful.
That was almost as good as the first take we did.
Dude,
The
so much better.
Such a good take. Well, let's go over gross first since it's on the page. Virtual T, otherwise known as Mike, wins by 6 strokes. Tough course.
I
Didn't
told
take.
Brett not to play.
Thank you for that. Nick Pujols scrambled his way to a second place finish, followed by me, Vision Golf, and Begsy rounds out the top 5. And then the net, which we all came here for, Creature finishes first. Nick Pools, Eric Holmes, Virtual T, however you pronounce that guy's name, Brokapic,
Brookapick.
nailed it.
Um,
K. Papa, McGabes, and Koi Bob round out the top 8.
so,
That was,
so just to touch real fast, Tim is on SGT's website right now, simulatorgolftour.com. This is where you created your profile. Once again, you can also see CTPs and skins within this, along with a lot of statistics. But this is really cool. If you guys aren't in pot games, I don't know why everyone's not in pot games.
I'm happy they're not.
I know.
Yeah, wouldn't have won anything this week. And then once again, to go over the tiebreakers, you can see on net we had 3 players finish at even, 4 players finish at +1. The tiebreaker is the back 9 of the second round, and if after that, if you're still tied, it goes to the front 9 of the second round. So if you're wondering why you finished 6th and not 5th, or 4th and not 3rd, that's why.
Thank you, Tim.
Oh, you're welcome. And pot games, huh?
Yeah, let's go right into the pot games.
Okay, I like pot games. Here she is, and this can be found on the website as well. Mike can show you where that is later. And you can see the hole-in-one carryover is now at 317. Can they do the hole-in-one pot without actually being in the pot games, or is that a?
I think how I don't know. What did we decide on that? Like you have like I feel like you have to give your $10 plus you have to pay that you have to play pot games that week to be qualified, right? So like some of these guys paid like $35 the first week. So they entered the hole in one pot the first week, but just since they're not playing pot games any of the other weeks, they're not involved, right? That's my understanding of it.
You're the commish.
Yeah, let's roll with that then. Yeah, I feel like you have to be an active participant in the pot games that week to win the hole in one pot.
Yeah, especially because it's a growing pot. So.
Yeah, and people can still join the pot games at any time. So just you Venmo Bailey. It is $10. It's $25 per week. But if you have not paid into the hole in one, which is an initial $10, it would be $35 that first week. And you just have to pay before you tee off. So I would join. It's super fun to look at the CTPs and skins. I don't know. I keep winning some stuff because hardly anyone's in it. It's great.
It's really good. And then we have 4 skins this week at $31.50 a pop. Mulligan Mike won 2, only played 1 round, so good on him.
Yeah, let me just touch on Mulligan Mike because I have touched on this before. You can play with other players in the league, but you have to play the same round. So I think what happened is AP 12 and Mulligan Mike play together, and AP had already played his first round and he pulled up the second round. Mulligan Mike said, "Hey, I want to play." And so he actually played.
He didn't sound like that.
Dude, I've talked to him. That's what he sounds like. And he played with AP12, but he was playing his second round, and then it closes out the tournament without playing round one. Now, if you do that, I'll give you a hall pass on one time. So if he would have contacted me, I would have reset him to round one. He could have played it. I never heard from him. So typically, if people don't reach out to me, I'm not going to reach out to you. So there's too many guys in the league. There's too many weird things that happen. So, but that is kind of a recap of what happened with him, I believe. So continue, Tim.
Just like a forensic scientist.
I know.
CSI, Miami, Mike Boyer. We have 5 net winners: Creature, E-Home, Circle T, McGabe's, Koi Bob, 2 Low Gross, Timmy W, Bishop Golf, and then 8 KPs. You can read those all there. That's $15.75 a piece for the closest to the pin.
Thank you, Tim.
And if you want to see where your total stands that week, scroll to the bottom and there it is.
Cool. Very informative. Let me take over and just finish this up so we don't get too long. But I am going to just go right into the website stuff. So once again, how we access the website is, let me just go here. So simgolfleagues.com, and then you're just going to click on the whatever league you want to look at. This one is the Solo X. And then all of our tournament pages are here. So you can, let's go to Lodestone, for instance, since we just...
Did you share your screen?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
It's recording my screen, not like our conversation. So they're going to see my screen plus your big head right now. They're going to love this.
My head's not big.
It is on this.
No.
But this, I am in the Lodestone tournament page right here, and we can go through the net. You can see all the net standings, gross standings, all that stuff. The tee sheet is right here, and the pot games is right here. So what Tim just went over is right here. If you see any discrepancies, just let us know and we'll update those, but hopefully they're all correct. And then the tee sheets, just like Fossil Trace, we just opened that this morning. You can check your tee sheets here. Let me go to Fossil Trace real fast.
Hey, Adam Porter played already.
He did.
He did not play well.
So here is so you can see Adam Porter did play. He did not play very well. And then here is the tee sheet right here for Fossil Trace. So this is a new tee sheet based on flights. And I'll get into flights in a minute as well. I'll continue on. But this is what the tee sheet's going to look like. And so you can see up here, we have black tees, blue tees, and white tees. And then it will color coordinate with your player. So there are some guys that declare different tee boxes. That's why you see like this is majority blue, but there's a couple guys teeing off from the whites. And that is pretty self-explanatory. The handicap cutoff for the flights is this. I believe we're just going to keep them as is, so we will not be moving people around divisions. That could change. I just want to kind of see what happens, but I feel like the point totals are just kind of they are what they are, and I don't know if I want people moving, but we'll discuss that. Let's just see how it goes in the next week or two, but that's a discussion that like the committee needs to have. So we'll let you know on that if anything changes. And then if we go back to the Solo X Tour, the flights is right here. You can find all this information under this tab. And so you will be able to qualify for the Godfather through your flights. In fact, the first flight, there's going to be the top 3 qualifiers. So the top 3 guys with the most points will get in. The second flight is much bigger than the first flight. So we're going to take 5 guys out of that will automatically qualify. And then the third flight is kind of in between, and we're going to take 4 guys off of that flight. So all that information can actually be found on this main solo X page under Godfather qualifiers. So this will show you the prizes and qualifications. Those first 3 points I just went over. The number 4 way to qualify is to win a tournament against the field. So Creature just won the Lodestone tournament. He's in the Godfather. Vision Golf won the first tournament. He's in the Godfather, along with the gross winners. So it was Bretzker, Metzger.
You.
No, he won 2. Yeah, he won the first 2 tournaments, right? And then he didn't play, so I won. So I'm automatically in the Godfather. Thanks, Brett.
Thanks, Brett.
And and then we are going to have some Thanksgiving Day tournaments. So there will be one solo event and one partner event. We are going to take the top 2 finishers in the individual event, and then we're going to take a total of 22 guys into the Godfather. So anything to round out the field will take the remainder, the top players against the field. So you go to the net total standings, and then whoever's remaining, the top guys who haven't got in yet. So I know that's a lot, but it's all right here. And then we have all the prizes here. So you will get free entries and stuff like that. You guys can take a look at this on your own. But I think I touched on everything. The Virtual Tee app, one thing that I did not touch on is, well, maybe I did in the past, but we do have an app. So if you go to your app store, just Google Virtual Tee, you'll see our logo pop up. Download that, and the league information is super easy to access from that app. It's especially if you're on the fly, very easy to navigate. So hopefully that helps people. And I think hopefully I didn't have myself muted this time, Tim. And I think that's all I have. Do you have anything else, buddy?
We'll do better next week.
We'll try to do better. Fossil Trace is deceivingly difficult. So don't get too frustrated out there, and don't hit it out of bounds.
Good luck.
See you, Tim.